Hey everybody, St. Krauss here with the second installment of the Experience series. If you're here and you haven't watched the first one, that covers the basics. And in this video, we're just going to cover some additional sources of experience. So let's get right to it. The older a server gets, the more levels that your character gains, the more content is made available to you by the game, and this comes in the form of events that Gaia Odyssey will give to you on a daily basis and all throughout the week. And some of these events are actually pretty good sources of gaining experience, although they aren't influenced by potions or the XP keeper. These are still pretty good sources, and you want to try and participate in as many of these events as you can, so that your XP gains per day is increased considerably. Now we'll go through these events and identify which ones will give you a good amount of XP. To check out the events that are lined up for the day, you need to go up here next to the map, expand that, and go into the training tab. And this will give you the activities that you can do for the day. But more importantly, if you click on limited here, it's going to show you the events. And the first one that's lined up for today is actually the Charmed Beach. So let's talk a little bit about that. The only thing that you have to do in the Charmed Beach event is be in it. So it unlocks at 12 o'clock. Get into the event and try to date someone. You know, it doesn't have to be like that complicated. You can just pick a random character in the list and click on the heart symbol, and you'll basically go on a date if that person, or if that character, if the player accepts the request. And for the duration that you guys are dating, you will gain a considerable amount of experience over time. This stops if one of you gets disconnected, so you need to keep an eye out on this on your phone or your device while you're doing this, or else you're not going to gain as much XP. Another thing you can do is, if you have a dummy account, and you have like another character on another phone, for example, what you could do is wait for this event to become active, and to get both accounts in the same instance of the beach, you need to enter press enter at the same time on both devices. Or if you don't do this right, for example, if you enter the Charm Beach with your first character, and then about 5-10 seconds later you enter the Charm Beach with your second character on your other device, there's a chance that you're gonna land in different instances of this event, and you won't see each other. Now, the whole point of trying to get both of your accounts in one instance is that so you can just date each other and not worry about getting disconnected if you're on a high-speed internet. Because the problem with this event is that if you're dating a person who's like on mobile, for example, and they go into a tunnel or an elevator, then they disconnect, and you'll just get, when you get back to your phone, you find out that, hey, I didn't get as much XP because the other guy's not there anymore, or the other girl's not there anymore. So yeah, it doesn't have to be too complicated. Just get in, get a date, and then monitor the XP gains. That's it. There are a couple of other things that you can do there on the side, but it's not really relevant to XP gains. Another event that is built around the guild is called the Guild Bonfire. This is held every other day as well, at 8:30 in the evening. So the bigger the guild, the more members that are active at this time, the better your rewards. And like the Charm Beach, you're really just hanging out here until the last part of the event. So if we click on this, you'll see you get a constant XP gain per tick, and you also get the opportunity to earn bound diamonds. So since this video is about gaining XP, we're not going to talk about how you gain the mechanics of the Guild Bonfire. As long as if you want to gain XP during this event, you want to stay in the Guild Bonfire until the XP ticker stops. The other bonuses that I'm talking about would be the Guild Quiz, which is an event inside this event. The entire guild participates to earn, to become to take a spot in the top 25 before by the time the quiz ends, and that translates to a number of boss summoning tickets that the winners can use, and for a boss summoning session at the end of the guild bonfire. So yeah, super massive XP gains that you can get from this, especially if you activate the 100% bonus, which comes at a cost of 10%, 10 bound diamonds per 10%, up to a maximum of 100% for 100 bound diamonds. And the good part about this is if you do this, if you buy that bonus, it gets applied to everybody in the guild. So everybody benefits from your generosity if you're feeling generous. Okay. The next kind of event is the escort event, specifically the 2 times escort. Now this escort event is actually something that you can do at any time of the day, but there are 2 30-minute windows that are that open up to allow you to gain twice as many resources. By resources, I mean twice as much XP, that depends on your level, and twice as much gold. So the gold part not as important as the XP part. So you get 3 chances to do this every day, and it's to get the most out of it, try to do it in these 30-minute windows. So the first one is at 3:30 Singapore, Malaysia, Philippine time. The next one is at 9:30, so 9:30 in the evening, and that goes all the way up to 10 o'clock, or no, 9:40 or 50, I think. But yeah, if you have, if you are available during those windows of time, then it's, try to do the escort. There are a couple of other things that, that this escort is affected by, and those are spirits. So if you're hunting for spirits, if you come across like an optional spirit box, where you can choose the spirit shards that you can get from that box, then try to go for there are a couple of those that are useful, and that will affect this escort event, if I can find it, which is the zombie girl. Oops, sorry, not the zombie girl. Fail. Here. King Leo, he gives 2 times rewards during the airship escort retrieval. Alright, so that's an additional 100% gain from the experience, from the escort event. And then there's Todoro, I'm sorry, which you can get from the story mode in the Gaia trials. If you're already at that point, you can actually get him there, and that gives you 1 extra airship escort count if you have him. So instead of 3, you'll now get 4 every day. So super useful spirits there. If you don't have them already, try to get those as early as you can. Oh, another thing about the airship escort, aside from being the escort, you can also be the assistant, which you get 10 tries of, and you can also rob other airships, which isn't really a popular thing to do, especially if you're it's basically you're terrorizing other players. It's part of the game, but if you can dish it out, then prepare to take it as well. So that's up to you if you want to do that. Another event that is held every other day is the Jungle Escape, which is pretty much a free-for-all for the players on your server and cross server. So everybody's just going into the central area, whacking each other and killing each other for points. And you get, you basically progress through 8 levels. And when you get to the top, everybody just gets crammed together in that arena. And your goal is really to just get as much points as you can and score as high as you can in the rankings. But another side to this event is that it's also a good source of curio insignias for upgrading your curios, as well as experience rewards. So if you have the opportunity to join in on this event, just join in. Don't worry if you're low level. Or you'll definitely see a lot of very high level players here. But even if you're low level, there are NPCs scattered around the map that you can kill for points, and there's quite a few of them. So if you know how to navigate it, and it's not that complicated. It's just really a circular arena. So if you know how to stay out of how out of harm's way, you and you can identify these NPCs, then you're good. You won't see the name of the people or the players. Everybody's name's gonna be mystery man except for yours. So it just takes some getting used to. At this stage on our server, since the shields are now enabled, it's easy to know which one is an NPC and which ones are actual players, because the players will have shields, the shield effect on them. So it's super easy. The next one I want to talk about is the quiz event that is held on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. As it says here, this is not to be confused with the quiz that happens inside the guild bonfire event. So this quiz event is also geared towards experience gaining, and if the guild bonfire quiz was multiple choice, this quiz event is true or false, and you get points if you choose the right answer. The players get, it's a free for all, so you can basically you either go to the left side of the map or the right side of this not the map, the left side of the stage or the right side of the stage, whether if it's true or false, and you get points for answering correctly. I believe you get more points if you get there faster. So it's really a more of a strategy game, because you can also kick or confuse players who are in the top spot if you can if you can select through the number of participants fast. Yeah, so it's strategy. Even if you're at the top, if a lot of people are want that spot, you're probably gonna get kicked out of your position, or you're gonna get they're gonna cast confuse on you so that you won't be able to make it to either side on time if you get hit. Yeah, it's a pretty fun event, and it's during lunch, so before you chow down on your lunch, you might want to try and participate in this one. Or if you're going to be a AFK, just leave your character on one side, and that should be good enough. All right, so that leaves us with two of other events that you can gain XP in. The Supremacy War, it also occurs on a, what do you call this? It occurs much rarely, but when it does, try to participate in it. And I'll probably come up with a video for this because it requires a little bit of explanation. But yeah, that's one of the things that you can get experience in, although rarely. See how it says it's 9 days until it unlocks. The last one is the guild defense event. So it's also also a guild event. As long as you get into the map, you will gain, you will start gaining experience based on your level. And this is more of a tower defense kind of game, wherein you have 3 towers. So your guild will needs to distribute its members to protect these 3 towers. And it's not, it's a PvE event, so it's really just your guild against against the computer, or against the game, not against other players. And the longer that you can keep those 3 towers up, the more experience you can get from the event. So there are 4 towers, 3 of those are branches, and then there's one in the middle, and each of those towers, it will give you an additional 10% of experience. So try to just keep the mobs from breaking those towers, and you should be earning the maximum. At the end, there's a chest grab event, so try to keep an eye on when the event actually, when the defense event ends, or the monsters stop spawning, and try to go straight for the platinum chest to get the maximum rewards. And the rewards will contain different upgrade materials for your spirits and your gods. All right. So yeah, you can run out of chests if you're not paying attention, or if you went AFK for whatever reason and didn't come back in time, then don't feel bad. You still got the experience from the from this event. All right, well, that's it for this video. Hope we've helped you identify the events that you need to participate in if you're trying to build up your character fast as far as experience is concerned. And the final video in this series is going to cover some other techniques that you can further employ to hasten the leveling of your character. And some of these are actually complex, which is why I wanted to make an entirely different video for that. So stay tuned. As usual, please leave a like if this helped you out. Comment down in the section below if you have questions, or if you want to share something, that's also good. And subscribe if you aren't subscribed to my channel yet. Cheers.